guess it would help if I turn that on. How do I want? What's up, Jinx? Oh. Sure. No, sure. There we go. This is stuff I usually do before I go live, but didn't have a chance to tonight, so. Dang. There we go. That should get me through the night. Feels really rough. Don't mind me, I'm feeling kind of goofy tonight. I really don't want any of these to go flying on me today. Yeah, that was all. I am probably going to do one of these this weekend where it's just me working on tops, even though I hate making tops. I don't, usually admit this, but these pieces love to go flying at my face. I prepared this one yesterday. This missed the side of my head by about a little over a foot. So it makes sense why I don't like doing these, but they sell fairly well, so I do it. I'm good with my baseball hat, thanks. So we're gonna bald head it. Oh, I'm bald heading it now. Hey. And me, don't forget me. Yep. Oh, I didn't want to assume it included me. You know what happens when you assume and all. That thing looked wicked to anybody else. That's a fun tool to play with. I forget, have I ever shown these on camera before? Can't remember if I've ever shown how these things work or not. I'm going too fast to get it to work right, but things are just evil. Mini one. Not as deep, but
oh, where's my computer?
This is what happens when you buy cheap tools. These things are scary. Let's play with it. Yay! Use the evening. That gives me a thought. We're gonna try something stupid. Wind chill caught me off guard there for a second. I was like, I have to know what's going on. That's gonna be a fun one. What's up, Ray? Honestly, I wasn't, so I just started fooling around. Biggest piece of advice I can tell you is just try something. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Hopefully nobody heard that. If I'm cracking the next thing back plug here. Don't normally do this, but we're going to this time. Let's see if it spins. I don't think I gave myself much. It spins. Officially the smallest top I've ever made to date. It's what I do when I'm having fun. I think of random things and then I do them. Yeah. That's really short. I might try a different take for this one. Someone. Yeah, we're gonna try something different on this one. You guys are losing me talking about plants and stuff. I know nothing about them. Anybody can guess what this is going to be, I'll be shocked. And it is a type of top. It's all good. I'm trying to confuse you guys with a weird kind of top. I want to see if anybody can figure it out. It is not a wine top. If I'm going to be honest, I've never had one of these done successfully, so if I do it successfully here, I'm going to be shocked. Ow! Those hurt when you get them with your finger caught in them. And technically, they're all spinner tops because they all require to be spun. I need to take some more out of the middle. So what'd you come up with then? More. You're making me nervous now. You figure out sharpening this. This is really fighting me right now. That might actually be enough. We're gonna try it. Where do you think I'm going with it, SRB? You can describe what it'll do. I'd actually be honestly surprised. Darn, SRB got it. Yeah, this ain't gonna turn out the way I want it. Woohoo to cheating, you mean? Just for that, I want a recording of frogs. Alright, that'll work. That should be enough for a full top too, actually. Well, I said it was a top. Alright. I don't have enough room here, so I'm going to try it on the floor. Don't even want to try. It ran away. I'll try it later before we go away. You know what I should do? Should drill out the pins I need to get done. It's spun, but it's supposed to flip over. Like I said, I've never had one successfully work yet, but it is something I'm trying to get going. I do need to get some drilling done though, so I'm going to do it so I can actually watch chat for a bit. And I want to grab that stuff before I forget about it. I forget. I do have this out here. By the way, I started making clipboards. If I did it right, it should actually unbalance, flip over, and go on its stem. Turn over. Yeah. Oh, at least it looks good. Yeah, it's what I do if I don't like how they look for cutting boards, like they got minor splits or something in them. Except that one, I actually made that one specifically for my cutting board, or clipboard because I really like the way it came out. And I was like, ooh, I can cut this a little shorter. Then I got the other cutting board sitting, or the cutting board, half of it sitting in oil right now. Or do we want to play with a resin bowl? Someday soon, this is going to get finished. Yeah. Hey, there's getting a bit nippy. To the magical book of brainness. Could it possibly be exactly what I want? That sending it that fast? That's amazing. I'm glad I checked that. I thought that was a 3/8. It's an 8mm. All right. You guys are making me feel old. Granted, I was up till like almost 3 o'clock last night and had to be up at 8 a.m. for a meeting at work at 9. Why they make night shifts come in at 9 a.m., I'll never know. What did I put it? Oh, I've been needing to get this one done for a while. Too tired to sleep's just stress, though. I don't think that's old age. Because I ain't that old and I had that problem. Is this gonna hit the phone? No, it won't. Cool. I can use my little one. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Multicolored piece of resin. The only multicolored one I can think of is the bowl blank I started working on. Talking about this thing? You know, sometimes I use a saw in it. But I'm using the little one, not the big one, so it's less likely. It's not down. Are you talking about that big bowl that I was talking about where I put my extra resin? Oh, I mean, get off the cord. This is the one I'm using. And this is the one that I normally use. So I don't even have a battery big one. Not that that would be hard. I've got 3 charged over there right now. Blue and purple. Blue and purple. I don't remember doing anything with blue and purple. I'm not sure. Unless that's the scrap bulb blank that I'm working on, that I pour whatever I got left over in it, and when it's done, I'll make a bowl out of it. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I'm trying to think what I did that was blue and purple. Oh, is it the egg SRB? I know I did an egg that had blue and purple in it. It was color shifting paint. Ooh. 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 I have too much fun in my life. And believe it or not, I don't drink or do drugs. I just play in the wood shop. Woo! So I didn't actually get through the whole thing. It's split in half. That's crazy. A little more. Get that in there. All right. Now I'm all the way through. I win. I'm not sure. That's gonna bug me now. Unity. Is it that? Yeah, that's not nice, Ray. And yeah, that's actually a piece of wood. There's no resin at all on that one. But what I'll do is, that's painted up, and actually I cut it up on a live stream. And what I'm going to do is actually use that to make a bunch of those resin eggs. That's the base for them. You know, my grandpa was just giving me grief about this earlier, Ray. I don't need more about, you know, I'm very self-conscious on my belly. I'll have you know I'm down 30 pounds from last year. Even though my gut seems to get bigger, but I'm losing weight. I don't get it. Alright, where'd my other pumpkins go? Those ones I'm 99% sure required. Just rolled it. I'm just gonna pop it in there and hope I'm right. Yeah, but I can't put that box on there because it has my actual address on it. And I don't want spam. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. These are my fancy wood blanks. They're all from either Jack Daniels or Maker's Mark. Oh, I got 2 Jim Beams, 2 Jack Daniels, and 2 Maker's Marks. Okay. Oh, I just think it's a 3D stuff with this done. How many do I have? This is the joys of joining me live when I haven't. When I'm right before I go out to stock up for inventory day. Chrome, gunmetal. Really, I need 1 more gunmetal and I can do an even split for these. I gotta have another one. I win. Three and 3. 2, 6 of these, so 2 of each. 1 gunmetal, 1 chrome. I have no idea if these are sold at the store I'm in, so I already know this is definitely the wrong fit for that. So, we're gonna do these instead. And yes, they are SRB. Hey, Danielle snuck in. Yeah. I've also got this one that I'm actually, next time I go to one of my favorite museums, I'm going to give one to the guy that started it because he does a bunch of custom carving. And does boats and stuff. It's not the greatest picture being black and white, but I got that one. And then he does everything with pre-band African, I think it's African elephant ivory. This is the closest I could get to it. And this is actually synthetic ivory. So I've never turned it, never worked with it, but I'm gonna try it here and hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. If it does, I'll have to laugh at myself. And I do get my free. Yeah, I don't like having the extra gut though, man. It wouldn't be nearly as bad if I wouldn't have been hurt and down for 2020, because during COVID when I was laid off, I'm pretty sure I talked about it, but I don't know if you can see the difference in my fingers. Right there's where my knuckles are actually lined up. I got bit by a table saw and took my fingertip off on that one. I was down and couldn't get my kayak out for the whole summer. It was not a fun full summer at all. But it did force me to slow down, and I was trying to do way too much back then. It was honestly just kind of nice to be forced to stop, relax. Even if I couldn't get out in the kayak, I still was out walking a lot more and doing fun stuff like that. Is that actually long enough? Oh, it's 3/4 of an inch too short by my calibrated eyeball. That's a joke. It's not calibrated at all. Horrible about eyeball measurements. Yeah, this definitely should be smooth, but actually all the pens I make, I think I have a wooden one in my pocket actually. Yep, like even this. So this is the first classic twist pen that I made. It's just the model of this, or what the model of the pen is called, because it twists out. You wouldn't even, a lot of people look at this, and I've actually had people accuse me of somehow just using like a sticker print of wood to make them, and it's like, no, it's actually wood. Part of why I wanted to get YouTube started, so I can actually show, like, no, this is real wood. This is really what I do. I can already tell you, this stuff cuts like butter. Don't mind my blade, it's brand new, it still has a bad spot in it. It might be. I'm honestly not sure about the shininess. Like I said, I've never worked with it before, so I'm kind of excited to try it. Alright, low speed, and if this jams up, I'm going to have to actually change the gear in my lathe, which I hate having to do. Ooh, that's nice. Definitely doesn't drill like plastic. Yeah, it killed me, Ray, because when my finger got bit. Second. If I let go of this, it can actually start spinning. I had 2 stitches going across my finger this way. So until they were off and everything was healed up, which it took about 6 weeks for the scab to go away, they said no kayaking, no fishing, and by then I was starting to have issues with unemployment. I ended up finding a job in the middle of COVID and just because I couldn't get paid, and I got tired of spending 60 hours a week on the phone when I was working a union job and I was subject to recall, but they would not pay me, and they still owe me several $1,000s. But I've also been told you'll probably never see it because they're not paying that out anymore because it was 3 years ago. It's like, I get it, but I kept my house through it, so I can't complain too much. Hey, can somebody do me a favor and tell me what drill bit I need for the classic Chrome Pound? I can't remember. It's an 8mm. I had to look it up. I cracked myself up. Not that it takes much anymore. Not going to need my book for a bit, so for these, they all come with a certificate of authenticity. So I'm going to use my music stand here as a table. And when I sell these, I do include the paperwork with them. Just says this certifies this item has been made using wood from a used Maker's Mark barrel. The charred barrels were used to age whiskey to perfection. The barrels were only used once before they were made available for sale. And I think it's the Jack Daniels one, and it actually says the brand is not associated in any way, shape, or form with what was made, but yeah, so this is actually, they charred, that's the inside where they charred it. That's how thick the wall was, and that was the outside. And if you look, see if I can get the right angle. If you look down it, you can actually see the curve from the actual, where it was in the barrel. Makes it a little trickier to drill, but I've done worse. And I need my 8mm before I even attempt to drill this, so don't let me forget to change out my drill bit. The letter O, I need an 8mm. 8mm, why do you run away? What's it supposed to be to SRB? I can't remember. What size was it that I needed again? If you're going to use my favorite joke with me, I'm going to have to, expect a little more from you. If you're paying attention, I already changed it out. I said it was an 8mm. By the way, rewinding is for cheaters. I missed some of that. Yeah, whatever. Don't pay attention to me, even though I'm the only one talking. I feel the love. I'm pretty sure these are both the same length, but I can't remember for sure. Okay, they actually are. Cool. By the way, this is one of my glow-in-the-dark pens. What's up, Chris? It's Cuddy time. Ooh. Ow. I hate foot cramps. Alright. Yeah, I actually had a video today too, Chris. I ain't talking Greek, I just said 8mm. What'll really throw you for a loop is actually using the metric system, which I've had to do at my last 2 jobs now. I have to think way too hard every time I use it too, 'cause it's like, I don't need it. It makes too much sense. I'd rather have a baseball system and go into thousandths and fractionals. At least I'm not going into machinist speak. That'll really throw you off. Like, yeah, I need to add a 0.0625 to this, and yeah. I'm also a former machinist. I'm comfortable with that type of talk. Which is always really fun when you're going through basic training for how to read precision instruments. Especially when they want you to be able to use non-digital ones. Because it just makes me smile. Because that was my job. We had a fire last year, so I had to go to our machinist side for about 6 weeks while they rebuild our furnace. And I'm getting classes like, I don't know how well this will focus, but what is this measurement? It didn't focus very well, but it's 0.752. And they're going through the class. The instructor has me read them, or has me look at them, and I'm just rattling numbers off, and it didn't matter what he showed me. I just gave him the measurement off it, and just that quick. And he looks at me in front of the entire class. He's like, "Have you worked here before?" I said, "Here, no, but I've done all this. I've made wheels before, and since that's what we're doing, I've used all of this equipment many for 3.5 years before my old job went out of business." So I ended up having to help teach the class for when people had questions. Kind of funny, because I was like, wait, shouldn't I be getting trainer pay for this? I never got it. I tried, but They claimed they were going to give me something, but nope. Hey, CJ's back. What's up, Cujo? Well, the best part is nobody was understanding the way he was explaining it on how to read a pie tape, and I go in and I just told him it's the exact same way as reading a vernier scale. It's just this is this, this is this, this is this, but it's on its side and a slightly different orientation. And then like everybody got it. Even he looked at me and he's like, that is so much of a simpler way of explaining this. I was like, yeah, you already did the hard part. But I was also a lead there and had to teach new people, so I'd always teach them the micrometers first, because if you can read a micrometer, you can do just about anything in the machinist world with manual measurements without a digital gauge. Don't get me wrong, I'll take digital any day, but like out here, the calipers I just grabbed, I keep those out here so I don't have to worry about a battery. And since I can read them and I can use them, I also have several several sets of calipers that are I think I've got two out here, one in my bedroom, because sometimes I'll be laying in bed watching TV or something and I'll be resorting bushings or doing random stuff because it's what I do, and don't judge me. And I've got two more in my basement shop, which also has my mini lathe. Believe it or not, this is only considered a medium size, or a midi, if we're going to be technical. If I had a 220 line, I'd be looking into or I would have got a full size instead of this one, but I don't have a 220 line, and if I was to do everything I want out here, I'd probably have about $100,000 into this barn by the time it's done. And at that point, it's like I might as well just add on to it, make it wider. Would be kind of nice to have an extra 20 feet to the right and left bed, because like my tractor's in here. It's, yeah, I'm a lot more cramped than you'd think. It's not cheap to get into, but once you've got all the tools, it's not bad. It's just, building up your inventory. Like, I'm in a pen turning group, and people are always talking about how they get tired of having to sharpen their tools every couple pens, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I bought 4 roughing gouges, or 4 spindle gouges, so I can just sharpen all 4 up at once and go. If one starts getting dull, I just set it off to the side, grab the next one, and keep going. I mean, they ain't cheap either. Heck, depending on where you go, that's not a good example. Yeah, there's that. Where's my name brand one? Got it. There we go. Like this roughing gouge. I use this one for my pens just because it's a little bit smaller, but this does the same thing. This is about a $60 gouge, and every time I go to sharpen it, the only way to put an edge on this is to actually grind it down. So eventually, this might be down to here. Actually, I don't think I can get it that short, but yeah, I mean, I'm literally grinding it off every time I use it. With these tools, this little piece of metal here just under the screw, I can replace that, but that's $19 a piece, depending on which one. I mean, it definitely takes a bit of money to keep it up and running, but it's what I'd be doing this even if I wasn't selling it, so. Cool. Sorry So I'm just making sure I'm keeping all my brands together. Yeah, I mean, I tell people at craft shows all the time, this is my therapy. If people want to buy it, it's that much better because I know it's going to bring, if you're buying a pen, it might be something you use at your job every day to help you make your living. And and I know if you're buying one of mine, it's going to be unique in the talking point. Who doesn't like to be able to brag a little bit? Even if it's, this was made from the barrel that they aged whatever whiskey in. I mean, I've got wood. I got wood behind me I have here from Africa. I've got. It's one of those. If you have family that has some old wood to burn, or if you're moving and you have a tree branch from a family tree that you want something made out of, that's something I can do. And yeah. Ain't the wrong blades, they're just not the name brand that I buy that I know are right. So I'm hanging on to them until I don't have any of what I need. Those are my emergency backup. Where is it? I'm gonna grab one. Get my pointer out. And believe it or not, I do use this at times too. I just saw it and I had to yell fire, so fire! And I'm not taking these out just because they're in their protective wrap. But these guys, the piece of wood with this tube, everything pressed together. And I can also do custom Christmas ornaments, which is what this is from. But those will be coming up probably September. I'm gonna start getting some of those knocked out. Just because I know a lot of people that follow me weren't around the craft shows last year. I also do custom snowman sets where I'll turn just a bunch of wooden snowmen, and then some of them I'll paint on I think it's called. And let's see. We're probably going to be reorganizing everything. Can't find anything to put it down. Okay, well, either way, I make these little snowmen that are about 1.5 to 2 inches tall. And what I'll do is I'll just throw them on my lathe like this, except I'll have this piece right here. This is the live center. So this piece I'm moving with my thumb is actually spinning. I'll pop this from my drill chuck here. I'll throw this where this chuck is, just jam it in there. And then this and the live center, mark the center of the board I'm turning. And I'll just freehand snowman the entire length of however many I can get. And then I'm getting fresh paint for this year, but I'll do like white, black, brown, and orange. And I include all the paintbrushes and anything, and it's a paint your own snowman kit, so you can do it with your kids or family members or do whatever. I do paint some of them myself to have ready for sale. And then trying to think. Oh, and I also do regular Christmas ornaments, but I do, like last year I did one shape. This year I'm going to do something different. So every year I'm going to try to do a different shape fairly consistently. I mean, they're handmade, so there's still going to be some variation, but they're not. That's where the snowman sits in. I'm going to laugh. Nope. Nope. I'm going to find him. Yeah, I mean, I got to double check how much the wood's going to be for this year, but for the snowman, I usually just use pine. It's one of the only times I'll put pine on my lathe, just because it's super duper soft. But for a Christmas ornament, it's lightweight. It holds up fine. I mean, if it's not going to, I'm not going to sell it because I throw away more than what I make. I just noticed this sitting on my dust collector. This was my first ever attempt at a tippy top. Jinx! It's Jinx! But, yeah, I mean, my brain's never shuts off. It's a fun life. Also a way of making excuses for not drilling these out, because this is my least favorite part of making tons. Shoot, SRB, what size drill bit did I need for this again? I forget. Okay, is this a situation where you guys are legit twins or just happen to look alike? Because for the longest time, I didn't know Cassie and SRB were mother and daughter. What's a millimeter? I know what a Mike is. Sorry, I'm going back in the military phonetics. Just because it's fun to say 30 Mikes. I gotta stop looking into Apache stuff. It gets me all excited about 30 millimeter, and I don't know why. Oh, okay. I just got a notification. What's that? I don't know why I'm getting weather updates for Wadsworth. I don't live in Wadsworth. I don't even spend that much time in Wadsworth anymore. By the way, the whole point of the X is so when I put it on, I can know everything will be lined up and that my grain will be matching in this direction. Because when I'm done, if it's done right, which this one actually was, when I turn everything, my grain color matches up. And it's not perfect because I have to twist it, but that way the grain pattern matches perfectly. That way, and then I know everything's put together right. I apologize, it's hard to see on the phone. No, you weren't wrong. I just got to give you a hard time because I don't get to hear froggies. That's why I can't find it. It's in the shirt I wore today. And I didn't want to wear a nasty, icky shirt to a nice restaurant. Yeah, I'll give you that. I was going to keep my garage open tonight, but I got tired of that cold wind blowing on me, so I just shut it. What was pretty? I'm confused. I know you ain't talking about me. I ain't pretty at all. I'm ugly. Or are you just talking about the cut? Because that was a pretty cut on the last one I did. Hey, look, it's a jack. Yeah. Ow! Yeah, they definitely don't make it a secret. But whenever you see them giving each other grief, it makes a lot more sense now. The first time I was like, dang, they must know each other from other shows. And then I'm like, wait, what? I felt super dumb that day. Oh. Oh. Hey, you definitely had me confused for a while. I'm really glad you couldn't see the look of sheer confusion when you told me that, though, because it was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen your sister in here, SRB. Granted, I wouldn't know who that is, so it's not Jinx, is it? Because that'd be really funny. I laugh even harder knowing it's Cassie giving her mom a hard time. They've been up there at the same time. It's always hilarious. Except you can't tell who's talking because they sound exactly the same. And I'm not even kidding. they were up there one time, and I thought it was SRB the whole time. I was like, wait, what? Well, it doesn't help that that particular night I was doing something else in the background, too. If you guys could see everything I do when I'm on panel, you wouldn't believe everything I am actually up to. Woo! I had to give myself an idea.
Do I have one?
I gotta go see if I got a scoop real quick. Ow! I'm getting text messages on my Bluetooth with it all the way up. I should have been a drummer for a living. Hey, don't make fun of Jinx's twang. I like the twang. I need to get the clip like one of the guys I follow, Mick Zametti, does. He's the guy that got me into lathe work. His channel did, I should say, but it's all him on there. Has anybody seen the movie The Meg when they first go into the Marianas Trench and they're all going down their checklist and the final thing they say is go for insertion? Because they totally did a little insertion right before they went in the Marianas Trench. And every time, for the longest time, he'd drill something out, and right as it hit, he would cut to that scene and it's the dude just saying, insertion. And then he'd go right back to the video. It was just like a split-second thing. It cracks me up every time I go back to his old videos just because they make me happy on a deep level. And sometimes I forget about it, or I don't realize I'm back in the time frame of when he was doing that on everyone. That's a funny dude. Actually, I got to see if I can link his channel with mine. I think there's a way I can be recommended on here. If I can, I got to get that on there because if you guys haven't seen him, you need to. Awesome dude. Awesome dude. Great maker. Just heck, I like him so much. I actually bought one of his projects. I keep on my I got a little cubicle right outside my bathroom. It's a little shelving unit thingy. Okay, this thing needs a real whack. Earbuds out. Okay, well, hopefully it works. Yeah, I highly recommend it if you want to see a good shark movie. It's the Meg, short for Megalodon. If memory serves right, I'd have to double check, but I'm pretty sure part 2 comes out this year. I believe it's called Hell's. I know in the book series that it was based off of. It's called Hell's Aquarium. One of the few rare times, because I have the entire Meg book series, and if I'm being totally honest, I like the movie better. The only time I can think of it, but I do like the premise that they used because they kept that the same, but I like the story of the movie so much more. And I'll probably never get sponsored by them for saying it, but that's okay. I will say, though, it's definitely worth a listen to because it's actually a good book. Or read if you don't do audiobooks like me. Since I realize I might be the minority in a lot of groups because of it. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, Jinx. Generally, I prefer the books too. Yeah, no, I definitely usually prefer the books too, because what I like to do is get the audiobook version of whatever I want to listen to, and then, like what you can't see off camera, I actually have an earbud in, which is currently off, but I also do that so if I ever get need, I can do that and still put hands free. God, every day I had my ear or my Bluetooth, was just kind of a requirement for me to be in my shop. But yeah, no, the plus, I mean, who doesn't like Jason Statham? Come on. And I mean, the beginning of the movie literally starts with a nuclear-powered submarine. So, I mean, come on. Who's been driving nuke boats recently on his game and might have a slight problem with doing things submarine-related? I mean, it's definitely not me. It's the other guy. It's not me. It's totally me! Wait, are you serious, SRB? I haven't heard about that. I mean, I'm not surprised because we actually had one that hit down my way last year that was like 2 miles from my mom's house. It was horrible. I forget how many. I think I said it did 5 or 6 miles worth of destruction before it went away. I almost feel bad for my music stand. It'll never be used for sheet music. But it's a great pen blank holder. book holder, so at least it'll be used. Actually, I might have a funny picture from Meg. I gotta look at my phone real quick. Be warned, I'm not looking at chat for a minute. I gotta find something. Got to delete those. There it is. You guys want to see something funny? Anybody? Anybody? Something funny? Screw it. I don't care. Is that a big enough shark for you? And think that aquarium was holding a big enough shark? Oh, come on. You don't need sleep. It's overrated. That is actually not real. That's the scene from the movie The Meg on my 55-inch TV where I paused it with just the shark's head there and then stood in front of it to take the selfie. But I freaked so many people out with it. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up! Hey, come on. I love that movie. And I like sharks. I told you it was funny. I hope I don't cut this one wrong. If it's wrong, it's too late. Woo! Dead center of my mark. Have a good night, SRB. Have a good night, Jing. I would say I got to run too, but it's hard to do that and keep the lathe running. Yeah, that's what I get for being done. What? Dude, I didn't realize it was almost 10 o'clock. Well, at least I got all my drilling done. I gotta go check something real quick. I'll be back in a second. Kansas here and things. There's somebody walking around. Insurgent. Hey, do I got anybody else actually watching? Because if not, man, I do, man. It's tomorrow. I go to the again. I see somebody's with me. I feel like I'm being lurked on. in the middle. Alright, so the plan for the rest of the night here is I am going to get these turned up. After I gotta glue the tubes in, square everything off. And then I'm going to turn everything. Then I think I'm gonna call it a night. So probably about 2 to 3 more hours unless I get too tired to continue going. At which point I'll call it early because I don't do this when I'm half asleep. I will be watching the chat intermittently, so if you're here and lurking and have a question, feel free to type away. I don't bite too hard. Maybe a little bit, but not too hard. I try to be fairly nice. I think I'm hilarious. Anyone that truly knows me will know that's all it takes. At least for me, because if I can make myself laugh, I'm happy. This. We got that. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, all I'm doing right now is standing these tubes up. So giving your glue some tooth. At least that's what Adam Savage calls it, and I follow him way too much, so it's what I refer to it. Some of these pens you don't see me do this to, they pre-sand the tubes for me, which I would appreciate, but for some reason they don't do it with 8mm. At least not these 8mm. If I don't do this, then I do run the risk of the glue breaking loose and then having loose pieces, and it's never a good day. Oh no, everybody left. I'm alone again. Well, I might hop off of here then early. And yeah. Once I get everything done, I'll throw some pictures up for the thumbnail. Because, yeah, I doubt anybody else is going to jump in here tonight. It's getting kind of late. So, yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with me in replay. Or if you're coming back, the live stream. It's fun. And as always, cat in the hat, dappy dat.